Yo, YouTube.
Welcome back to another TC Tucson video.
Yeah, welcome to our driver tips video. So we've had a few comments that said you guys would like to see this. So here we are, we're delivering. What are we doing today?
Today we're going to be showing and kind of demonstrating our swing thoughts on how we hit draws versus fades, and even maybe driver off the deck.
Yeah, we'll see what we have time for. So Taylor's going to take you through her tips, tricks, feels for how she hits draws, and I'll try to take you through mine on how to hit a fade or a cut. Because it is fairly important once you're at a certain level of golf to learn how to shape the ball both ways. Let's just, we're gonna head to the practice tee and we're gonna show you. Taylor's gonna show you how to hit draws first, so let's do it.
So when it comes to hitting a draw, you know, I always try to imagine that I'm hitting over a tree. To hit over a tree, you've got to be able to come kind of more from the inside. Essentially, I try to focus and think about kind of leaning my shoulders back a little bit more. So this is how I feel I would normally address, and maybe I would do like a slight, very slight tilt. When I'm tilted like this kind of just helps me feel like I'm able to really come more from the inside when I'm actually on my downswing. That'll allow me to get up, what I feel as I'm hitting up on the ball, and that'll just help me really get underneath it to be able to draw it up and around. And I always try to make sure that, one, I'm turning my hands over, so it's okay to turn your hands a little bit. It's not flipping the wrist. And then also getting my hips all the way through. So if I was pointing over here at Tyler, I almost said at Tiger, at Tyler.
I wish.
What?
I said I wish.
Over here at Tiger Woods. So you want to follow through to where your hips are pointing left of the target. And I think we've talked about that in a few other videos, but essentially if you don't finish your swing, you have really a chance to flip your hands, all sorts of stuff. So
yeah, it's probably more like the block miss if you don't really finish your body left. The ball's gonna start right, stay right. So.
And I teed up a little bit higher. This just really helps kind of promote that you're hitting almost up on the ball. So I'm gonna tilt a little bit. You can probably move the ball forward a little bit in your stance too, just to really kind of help catch it a little bit later. So I lean back a little bit. You know, that may have been pretty straight, but I would take it.
They did start out right and draw just, I mean, maybe 2 yards. So I'll stand more behind Taylor so you can kind of see her curving it. I'm so used to standing behind it and to the right for the shot tracer. So
yeah, so the ball's just in the front, really off my left toe. A little bit of a shoulder lean.
there it is.
And you can see my hips are pointed. I just hit the cart. You can see at the time my hips were pointed left of my target. My shoulders were down.
Yeah, let's do that again and I'll zoom in on where your hips are finishing. So what's your target right now?
Probably that blue flag. You know, I don't want to throw too many things out there, but really when you're drawing the ball, if you were to cross your arms and put your shoulder, like when you're going back and through, you can see that there's obviously the
tilt
up and down. And so if you're finishing with the tilt like this, chances are you're able to draw it.
So Taylor's aiming at the blue flag there. I'll kind of zoom in on where her body and her hips are finishing to be able to draw this ball. Just hold it there. So as you can see, blue flag in the distance is over here. Taylor's hips are left of this yellow flag here. So I mean, that was just a textbook draw right there. So I'm gonna go, let's hit one more and I'll come from face on view so we can see the tilt that Taylor's talking about. Those are really good drives, all of them.
Most of my swing issues, at least for the last couple of years, have been I'm swinging too far inside, and so it's causing me to slice it, pull it. That does tend to happen when you are really trying to hit draws like I do. I don't care to fade the shot. I'd much rather draw it, and so my tendency is to always come inside, and so you just gotta kind of be aware that you're not gonna overcompensate.
Kind of see the tilt in Taylor's shoulders, and the ball might be just a ball or two forward. And that's really just a good thing to do with your driver in the first place anyway, right? Just to have a little bit of tilt. So
yeah,
quick, easy for someone who smashes driver and typically draws it a few yards. Hopefully you guys are able to take something from that.
Okay, so take us through how you hit a cut or a fade.
I actually kind of do the opposite of Taylor as far as teeing the ball. I tee it just a little bit lower. Our coach always says if you want to eliminate left, to tee the ball just a little bit lower, so I'm going to tee it lower. The big thing with hitting a fade for me, I struggled fading the ball first, and then I started to draw it, and now it's always good to be able to move it left to right if the hole kind of calls for it, rather than trying to draw something, starting it like out of bounds or over a hazard or something and trusting to draw. So really the biggest thing obviously is aiming left. And the thing for me is I'm gonna set my club face down. So we'll say we're starting over the yellow and trying to draw it to the right of the blue and the red. I'm gonna put my face down at the yellow flag, and I'm gonna set my feet obviously left of it. And the big feel for me is actually taking, because my feet are a little bit left, taking the club back almost outside or along my foot line, and then trying to take it back from there. And then I'll kind of rehearse my practice swings, almost feeling like I'm slicing it or coming way over the top of it. I'm just trying to get that feel, because feel is definitely different than real. So the big thing for me is I'm gonna set my club where I want the ball to start. I'm gonna aim slightly left with my feet, and then I'm gonna take my club back along my feet line. I think that was a little bit high on the face, but it was actually pretty good. I almost hit the cart guy too. We almost went 2 for 2 hitting the
I like
cart guy.
that saying, feel isn't real.
Yeah, like you can always see the pros or guys or girls who are really good are exaggerating a feel or something just because they know they're not going to do that. Like when I am overdrawing the golf ball, coach wants me to feel like I'm slicing it and coming over the top of it. So again, ball position isn't any different. I'm still going to have my tilt. I'm aiming left with my feet, and I'm taking my club back along the foot line, almost feeling like I'm going outside. That one was much better than the first one. And then I'll just hit one more. And then y'all can comment if y'all have any questions.
Do you change your ball position at all?
I don't. I still keep it inside of my left heel, because I feel like if I put it any further back or forward, I'm gonna miss really big left or really big right. I always try to set up the same way. The only thing I'm changing is where my club face and my feet are, for me personally. And then if y'all have any questions, we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Leave them in the comments, and for both of us, and we'll kind of talk you through it. The biggest thing, I don't even know if I mentioned it yet, is like Taylor's feel. You definitely want to still finish left when you're trying to cut the ball, because if you stop your hips and moving and the face is that far open, you're not going to be able to start it left and fade it. It's going to start right and go right. So you still want to feel like you're finishing way left of where you're aiming it, like Taylor did also. So we'll hit one more. And then when you get comfortable with it, you can tee it higher so you can hit big high cuts, but I don't mind kind of hitting it a little lower and just kind of letting it run. Big high nasty fade right there. All right, those are some good ones. All right, we got a little bonus footage for you guys.
Okay, so I love hitting driver off the deck. You know, it's not very consistent. It can probably roll out to like 250, I would say, if I really hit it solid. So right now, this little tee box area is a little fluffier than what I would normally hit driver off the deck with, but it's fun if you just really want to get something a little bit further than your 3-wood and keep it low and let it release. So obviously, it's a pretty big head compared to your irons and your woods. So you really want to focus on more of what Tyler was saying. I always feel a slice when I'm hitting driver off the deck. You really need to over-exaggerate the feeling of coming over the top and being steep with it in order to actually pinch it. So if you come from the inside, like I was showing on my draws, you're just gonna chunk it.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna kill you.
You're definitely gonna hit behind it if you try to hit up on it. Do you feel like you're aiming left also to be sliced? You're just aiming like where you want to hit it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna take it back near as far either. At least I'm thinking I'm not going to, but reality, I probably am. Ooh. See, that'll roll a mile. Not very solid. Not what you want to do on a course.
Yeah, but even then, like you said, it's going to be rolling for a while, and that might end up just as far as your 3-wood would. So Oh, that was smashed right there. You're gonna have to end on that one. Yeah, that landed probably about 200 and it's rolling. So that was a really good one. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try, because I don't ever hit driver off the deck, we're gonna try to take Taylor's tips and we're gonna see how I can do. More bonus footage for you guys. You actually took a divot. You took a little bit of a divot right there on that last one. That's actually kind of sick. So Taylor said she likes to feel like she's slicing it. She doesn't. You choke down a little bit
Yeah,
and feel over the top.
super.
Okay.
And don't take it back as far.
Yeah, I will try my best.
Oh, that's gonna go a mile.
That's actually, that was a slice, but I would take that. All right, we're gonna do one more. Thanks for the tips, TC. Everyone's gonna be like, nah, we're not gonna hit draws or slices. We're gonna go hit driver off the deck now.
Oh,
We added a new shot to the bag, folks. That's actually silly. I actually took a little bit of a divot too. I'm just like you. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap on another TC Twosome Tips and Tricks video.
yeah. Remember, we are not certified teaching professionals by any means. We are your average golfers.
Certainly not, but I feel like I said it in one of our match videos that we both drive the ball pretty well, especially on our good days. I think that we drive it extremely well, and I think it's okay to say that. So hopefully you guys are able to take some, you know, a little bit of tidbits here and there, and hopefully it can help your game. Hopefully you're able to take some from these.
Yeah. Hopefully it helped a little bit.
Don't hit too many drivers off the deck, but if the tips, oh,
Yeah, because if you chunk it, it's probably gonna hurt a little bit.
I think that I just added a new shot to the bag because I hit those actually pretty sick.
You're gonna try in the course and you're gonna top it.
well, thanks for the tips. All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed the video, let us know. Leave a like, comment, and if you are brand new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Just hit 1,000 iron giveaway is going live very, very soon. So if you're not entered into that, this is your last chance to go and enter. We're going to be spinning very, very soon.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon with something new. Peace.